Namaste and welcome to week one's journey. Thanks for joining me. My name's Travis. This week's theme is around strength from within. We could think of that as physical strength. You know, our abdominal muscles are in the area that I'm pointing to here, or the biceps or the deltoids. We can think of it as the strength to navigate through life via our ability to comprehend challenges and answer and meet the need of the hour. But most importantly, I think we should see it as this internal fire. And the internal fire is stoked by our practice and our breath, our pranayama. And within that, we have this divine serpent energy, the kundalini rising from our pelvic bowl, and this femininity that allows us to be sparks of creation, which is what Shakti represents, the feminine represents, is all the things that change and move and vibrate and color our life and experience. So with that in mind, let's begin by warming up our hands, rubbing them together. We'll already start to feel heat and warmth, and that's something I associate with strength and energy, kinetic energy, change. Rubbing, and then maybe interlacing the fingers, taking the arms forward for a little finger stretch, and also warming up our arms and shoulders. Then we start to take our arms up, and you feel through the side body, and a little imbalances there between one arm and the other. Maybe a little bend to the left and the right. And then as you take your hands down, just pretend you're flicking the fingers with maybe just a little bit of water on the ends of them, and just flick all the way up. And then all the way down, and we'll just change it up so it's as though you're flicking off the fingertips, each one at a time off the thumb. So up we go for the 5 fingers, and then down we go as well. And we just move through that a few times. And then as we come back to our seat, our left hand stays on our knee, or you could find Gyan Mudra, so index finger and thumb coming to touch. Peace fingers of right hand for Nadi Shodhana. You've done it a few times now. The peace fingers press into the third eye. We take a few breaths in and out through the nose just to observe and be a witness to the breath. And look, you can guide yourself now that you've done a couple of practices like this, but for me, it's always starting by blocking the right nostril with the thumb, inhaling left, blocking the left, exhaling right forcefully, then block the right again to re-inhale through the left, block the left to open the right. So off you go now. And remember that little snap of the belly button in and up on the exhale to create a little bit of forcefulness and also stoke that internal fire. Coming back to center, both nostrils open, inhales and exhales through the nose. Now my ring finger will close the left nostril, we'll inhale right, close the right, exhale left, close left, inhale right. Off you go, get that little snap of the belly button, allowing that kundalini energy to awaken. Open both of the nostrils and then close, beg your pardon, then breathe normally, bringing your hands down onto your knees. Breath of fire now. So as you inhale, we forcefully exhale, just like we were before, but it'll be both nostrils open. So it's just a pulse, continuous pulse. And think of it like a bellow, fanning the flames of transformation and change. Let's go. Halfway. Last few. And just take a moment there just to integrate and absorb those sensations. And now creating our lotus mudra at the heart space, drawing the chin towards the chest and placing your intention, our sankalpa, in the palms of the hands, and taking a moment just to acknowledge yourself today, acknowledge where you're at. Allow that seed of your sankalpa, the intention, to be a germinated little plant now that's starting to lift up towards the light. Interesting fact about seeds and acorns or gum nuts, whatever you want to think about, when they do germinate, they have to do this kind of two-way stretch. The plant lifts up towards the light while the roots burrow down into the darkness. We can think of that in that sense of the harmony within our own practice of the masculine and feminine, the hot and the cold, effort and ease. We'll have to burrow down to find our foundation while we lift up towards the transformative light, the heat and the warmth of the sun. And coolness representing that grounded nature of the moon. And now as we open up our eyes, it's cactus our arms, inhale breath, spinal movements here, exhale, fist the hands, elbows, forearms touch, round the spine, chin to chest, elbows towards belly button. Inhale, open up, widen collarbones, lift the chin, look up, and exhale, hug it all in. Give yourself a nice big kind of cuddle as we move through this a few times. Last three. Peeling open now and then fanning the hands down onto the knees. And we'll just continue to move through that breath. Inhale, lift the chin, open the throat, and exhale, draw the chin to chest and leverage off the strength of the arms and the hands to allow a little bit more lift, wideness in the collarbones, and warmth to the shoulders and the spine, helping us to prepare for our practice. The coming sets of kriyas are all about harmonization, transcending limiting beliefs, so building and cultivating that strength from within, as well as transformation. So next time your chin draws to chest, just take a moment there, hug it all in. And then as you lift your chest, cactus your arms for Shiva Shakti. So as you twist to the right, Shiva. Twist to the left, Shakti. There's no breath to worry about. You just keep breathing normally. So Shiva, Shakti. And your eyes follow across the horizon and allow yourself to transcend. Drop into this. And if you are at home and you've got the ability, make some noise. Shakti, Shiva, 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 Shakti Shiva, Shakti Shiva. Elbows are lifted, collarbones are wide. Feel the twist coming through the thoracic and getting yourself a beautiful warm up for your practice. Shiva, Shakti 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 Shiva, Shakti. Just drop in. Let yourself become this mantra. Shiva, Shakti 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 Shiva. Just come through center. Keep the arms cactused, as though you're bringing the pinky finger and thumb to touch, but they don't touch. Keep the hands gesturing like that, so that to create Shiva's trident with your hands. So pinky and thumb are not touching, they're separated. Now bring the elbows close in towards the torso. Place the fingers forward, so the finger pads point forward and the fingernails point towards you. And 2-part inhale to twist the hands inwards. And then 2 parts exhale out the mouth with a sh sh sound to twist them away from you. Sh 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 Transcend and transform. Shh, 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 shh. Last few. Shh, 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 shh. Keep the hands where they are. Integrate and absorb. Take your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, elbows wide, twist to the right, heart, H-A-T, heart, twist to the left, huddy. So we're balancing masculine and feminine. Heart, right, huddy, left, heart, huddy, heart, huddy, heart, huddy, heart, huddy, heart, huddy, heart, huddy, heart, huddy. Keep going. These are very deep, transformative Kundalini practices. We're encouraging our pelvic bowl to activate, to allow divine feminine to rise, to punctuate through all our limiting beliefs. Strengthen from within. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Now seamless transition here as we continue the same mantra, but we'll take our hands onto our shoulder heads. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Come back through your center. Take the hands back where they were for the previous kriya, and we'll just stay for a moment, because if it is your first time and you dropped in there, you could feel a little dizzy. Exactly the same mantra, but this time we'll open the elbows out wide, hut, and then we'll hug in, huddy. And I don't like to go too quickly here. I feel like this is just a nice integrating kriya in between those very powerful ones, because we'll continue now to move forward with the kriyas. So just continue as we go here. Hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy. Feeling that harmony and the balance whilst we also cultivate strength from within. Let's do a few more. Hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy. Nice work. Take the hands beside your body, palms face down. As you lift and sweep the right arm up with palm facing inward, it's hut, lowering it down. Huddy when the left goes up. Hut, huddy, 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 hut, huddy. Let's pick the pace up. Huddy, hut, 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 huddy, hut. Now you're probably feeling it in your shoulders, and I'm going to get it. Keep it going. Take your arms out in front of you, palms face the ceiling. Hut, right arm up, lowers down. Huddy, hut, 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 huddy. Pace up. Hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy, hut, huddy. Don't give up. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Cactus the arms as though the palms are coming to touch in front of your face. Cross the right arm in front of your face, left hand forward. Hut, huddy, 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 hut, Hari Hat, Hari Hat. Now you feel that warmth in your shoulders and the energy lifting from your legs? I sure do. We're going to continue on with some more really powerful kriyas. Your hands were kind of at that position. Let's take them out at 60-degree angle. That's the end place for this particular kriya. Hug it all in towards your elbows. Mitten mudra, so suction cup all the fingers together and the thumbs. Extend the right arm out to the right with an inhale breath. Lower the elbow back down and slap the sides of the body with the upper arm. And then exhale as it goes to the left. Slap, inhale, slap, exhale, slap, inhale, exhale. Now, if you can, focus on the third eye. So your eyes sort of roll back in their head and you look upwards towards the third eye. Last few. And then you're going to extend your arms out and hold with me. Hug the thumbs in, wrap the fingers around. I'm checking the clock. We're going to hold this for 90 seconds. Ego conqueror. Lift the chest. Extend the arms. You've done so much work on those shoulders. You're going to be burning. I know. You're going to think, I need to give up. I can't do this. It's too much. Those are all those limiting beliefs I want you to punctuate through as smash away and continue with me. See if you can hug the thumbs a little more. Send the energy all the way up to the fingertips so that we hold and lengthen together. Tone the abdominals in and up and stand in your presence of all of that abundance of power. Move in the direction of more. Breathe, focus, lift. You have 25 seconds to go. You can do this. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the hands down. Let's just take a few breaths. Transition now to a tabletop position, all fours. If you've got your blocks, place them off away in front of you there so you're ready for when we practice. From our stable tabletop position with the toenails pressing down, the fingers spread wide, we'll take a cow spine inhale and a cat spine exhale. A couple there. So we're going to move through our cow and cat, and we're going to incorporate a few more kriyas. So as you sit back on your heels now, it's almost like a child's pose position, but not quite. As you lift up, we'll extend the right arm forward, left leg back. So inhale there, right arm forward, left leg back. Fist the right hand, elbow and knee taps. Exhale, breath, hold, and then place the hand and the knee back down. And sit back down on your heels. Spring up for the left arm, right leg combination as that goes back. And then elbow and knee tap under the body. And then we return back onto the heels. And we continue through that a few times. So right arm, left leg. Exhale, elbow, hands, lower down. Elbow, knee, I should say. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Let's do 2 more on each side. This is a nice core work. So really cultivating that warmth from within, that power, that strength. And now this time as you go back, I want you to sit upright. And if you can sit on your heels, good. If you need to sit on something else, please do so. Sweep the hands overhead, interlace the fingers, but extend the index fingers to sky and cross the thumbs. So similar breath experience as before. It'll be a exhale with a little pulse of the belly button in and out. But this time we'll be reciting the single word bija mantra, hut. So it'll be hut, 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 hut. So you're pulsing the belly button in and up to create that explosive sound. So let's go for 45 seconds. Hut, 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 hut. This is the warmth of the sun energy. Hut, 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 hut. Back to tabletop. Good work. Cow and cat. And really feel that warmth, creative energy, transformative energy. Continue through a few more. Continue with that spinal breath series. Back on our heels, arms forward in this style of child's pose. Shifting forward, right arm forward, left leg back. Inhale, elbow and knee tap, underbody exhale. Back through to our hips on our heels. And then left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale and tap under the body. Exhale. Good work. Keep going. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. One more each side. From our cow-cat position, let's create our downward facing dog. Place the hands one handprint down the mat, tuck the toes. As you press through the hands, lift the hips and shift the chest towards the thighs. Look back at the legs and pedal the legs. We've been kind of bent knees or cross-legged for a while, so it should feel nice to get a little creative, a little freedom. And working from that row of knuckles grounding down, neutral wrists, engagement in the upper arm muscles and around the shoulder joint, length along the side waist, lift of the belly button in and up. Holding here for another breath or two. And then we'll just take ourselves forward to the top of the mat, walking all the way forward. Blocks underneath our hands upon arrival at the highest height. Halfway lift, inhale. And then folding, exhale. Let's keep the blocks there. Should feel nice. Let's do a few little halfway lifts and continue to stoke those embers now. They're not burning as brightly. We've started to calm down the rhythm and the pace. It feels pretty nice here in my body just to do another one like that. So inhale. And then exhale, fold. Let's just take the blocks out of the way so we've got room just to fold here. And whether you need super bends in the knees or not, that's fine. A ragdoll could feel nice, or maybe even sweeping the hands behind the back, interlacing and extending the arms forward. Yogi's choice. But become aware of the texture of the mat underneath the soles of your feet. As you lower the hands down wherever you were, you're going to start to transmit that beautiful Mother Earth energy from the soles of the feet all the way up through the legs as we start to roll up to our mountain pose. And as we arrive, lift the toes so you can firm the four corners of the feet down. Knit the ribs in, neutral the pelvis, and engage the muscles around the legs. Extend the arms down beside your body. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the crown of the head and focus on the horizon. And then step your big toes to touch and create your Kamala mudra, so your lotus mudra, and place it at your heart's base. And once more, we've got our little germinated plant that has begun to grow up towards the light, as at the same time it's burrowing down to create its foundations. And that's our intention. We're starting to really tune into that here. And we'll work with our theme for the week of we'll work with the theme for the week of cultivating strength from within. With the most beautiful breath in. Inhale, up and wide, overhead to the sky, and then lower down, the hands towards the earth for a fold. We'll take a halfway lift here, inhale, and then plant the hands and step back to high plank. Holding our plank. Shift the shoulders over the wrist, press away from the earth. Draw the belly button in and let that energy radiate outwards to help us maintain our Sthira, our steadfastness, our stability, to stand strong and stable. For 3, 2, slowly lower the knees down onto the mat, cross the ankles behind you. Heels towards the buttocks, belly button in. We'll do 10 tricep push-ups here. So lower halfway down and hug the elbows to the rib cage. Exhale, press back up, inhale. Exhale, halfway down, inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down, press up, inhale. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Uncross the legs, tops of the feet on the mat. Tilt the tailbone back up, come down onto forearms. Chest and chin slowly lowers down, so we slither onto our tummies. And I'm just going to move the microphone box out of the way. Place the hands underneath your shoulders, elbows elevated and pointing backwards. Spinal breath continues here, so look spinal balance continues here. Look over your left shoulder, lift the left leg, inhale, back through center, exhale. Over to the other side, right leg, right, peek over the shoulder, exhale through center. And last one each side. Last one each side. Coming back through to child's pose. So open your knees out wide. Big toes come to touch. Hips back towards the heels. Extend the arms forward. Let's thread the needle here with our child's pose position. So lift your torso a little. Slide the right arm under to the left and lower the right ear down. Look to the left. Nice. Now bring the right hand back out in front of you and slide the left arm under to the right. Lower the left ear down. Good work. Lift the chest, hands on the mat, shift towards tabletop, come through to downward facing dog. Let's do a few little salutes to the sun. Walk forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Your blocks are there. Use them if you need to. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Hands out wide. Up to the sky, palms touch. We'll come through heart center and just stabilize, center, reconnect. And then we'll keep moving. Inhale, up. And exhale, fan the hands down. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Hold the plank for a breath. Let everyone catch up. Then we'll lower the knees. Lower the chest and the chin. And we'll slither forward to our cobra position. Inhale, breath. And then exhale back through tabletop or straight through to plank and downward facing dog. Walk to the top of your mat on your next exhale breath. Hands on shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to the sky. Look up, reach up, rise up. Exhale, return to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Knees lower, chest and chin lowers, and now finding maybe a little higher back bend. Cobra position, inhale. And then exhale back through to downward facing dog and hold there. Walk forward to the top of your mat, exhale. Hands on shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Up to the sky. And return to the earth. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Your choice for knees, chest, chin to cobra or high plank to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, heart forward, urdhva mukha svanasana, ardha mukha svanasana, downward facing dogs where I'll meet you. Pause there for a few cycles of breath. Slowly lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale, breath. Drive the heel back. Rotate the pinky toe down so you can see the toenails at the back of the room. Step your right foot forward, but step it to your pinky finger of the right hand. Use that right hand to help shuffle the foot forward. Look back at your left foot and rotate it 90 degrees so it points to the left, and walk your hands off the mat to the left in a lunge dog position. So as you hang your head heavy, you should be able to see the right foot points forward. That's your front foot, and your back foot points off to the left. Now walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot and then lower the back knee down. You could stay here if this is comfortable and you're able to hold the position. You could use one block underneath you there to elevate you, or if you have two blocks, you might even come further upright in our low lunge position. We'll hold this for a few moments. And now using our block, my necklace keeps hooking around my microphone. So using our blocks, shifting the hips back into what we call a half splits position. Use the blocks to help bring you back and elevate your torso. Curl the toes towards your face of that front foot. And just take a few moments here just to stretch along the posterior chain of that front leg. Proud chest, look forward. Nice work. As you come forward with the blocks and into that front foot, we might now take the blocks onto their lowest height out in front of us here. And for some of you, lifting the right arm up and reaching back could be enough. Others like to bend the back knee and catch the foot behind you. That's an option. If none of that's available, stay looking forward with the blocks, and we'll be back with you in one moment. Let's all meet back with our hands on the blocks at the front of the mat, and we'll step forward. So use that little bit of ballistic force to come forward, and then we'll take a lovely nourishing fold here. Just take the blocks out of the way and up to the front there, and then start to roll all the way up. Let's take those hands up to the sky. Inhale. And then return back to the earth. Exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to high plank. Knees, chest, chin, cobra. We call it a vinyasa flow here, or high to low plank. And then inhale, upward facing dog. And roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Let's do all that on the other side. So this time we'll lift the left leg up, slowly, guiding it back, driving the heel back. Curling toes towards our face, and then step left foot to left pinky. Look back at right foot, rotate it so it faces 90 degrees away from the mat, and then start to take your hands off to the right. So back foot points to the right, front foot points forward. Let's walk our hands back to the front of the mat as we pivot onto the ball of the back foot, lowering the back knee down, reaching for our blocks, and either staying with our hands on the mat or using the blocks to help start to elevate the torso. Nice work. A few more breaths. And then using our blocks to help take ourselves back, to extend the front leg forward. And just starting to curl the toes back towards our face. You just feel into that posterior chain. There's often quite a bit of tightness there. And as we shift forward onto that front foot, you take the blocks on the inside. That might be enough for some of you. Or you might actually be able to take that left hand back and look back and reach back and catch the foot behind you. Maybe. It's no destination here. It's simply just variations, options, choices. As you release that back foot, and we'll meet all our friends there at the front of the mat. We're going to step forward and we'll find ourselves in a yogi squat. So if you need to sit on the block, please do that. This can be super restorative. If you don't need the blocks and you feel like it's okay just to be here, stay here. Let's take 5 deep breaths. Place the hands on the mat, start to lift the hips, and we will take ourselves through a fold that'll start to work our way all the way up. And sweep the hands up to the sky. Inhale, and then return back to the earth. Exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale, step back to high plank. High plank position is high to low plank. Exhale, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Right leg will lift. Right foot this time steps between the hands in front of you. Use your right hand to help shuffle it forward. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Micro bend your back knee as we rise up to our high crescent lunge. Widen the stance to give yourself a lot of stability. Look forward and stay here for 3 more breaths. Hands on your hips, warrior 2. Pivot the back foot to face parallel with the short edge of your mat. Shuffle front foot so it points forward and the knee tracks towards pinky toe. Ground down, open up. Now we've done Bhima Kriya before and we'll continue to find that here because it's so good to cultivate that strength from within. But we're staying in our warrior 2 for a few moments. Now, flip the front palm so that you look as though you're about to shake someone's hands and bring the fingers in with the thumb lifted. That is our laser point. That's where we want to focus. And then on the inhale, we'll sweep the left hand forward, pull the bow back, thumb past the face. And with the exhale and a snap of the belly, there's a little lunge into the knee. Now let that all go, let the arrow go, and bring your hands through to your heart space to the left side of your mat. Just a little bit of a twist in the torso, but not too much. And then we'll re-examine and work into our warrior 2. Reverse our warrior, so keep the front knee where it is, and left hand slides down left leg. Right arm reaches up to sky. Extended side angle, right elbow lands on our thigh, left arm reaches straight forward overhead. You might even be able to peek under that left armpit as you look up towards the ceiling. Two more breaths. See if you can feel into that pinky toe of the back foot. Press it down and reach through the fingertips of the hand overhead. And then we'll take our left hand down our left thigh, reverse triangle. So bring your front leg with you this time, and your right arm reaches back and overhead. Should get a lovely stretch down the side body there for our triangle. So triangle, set it up in the legs first. Hug the inner thighs towards center. Lift up with the strength from within. Right hand reaches forward, finds the shin or a block on the inside of the front foot. And the left hand starts to peel up as you look up towards the left hand, or you look to the side of your room, or you look down at your front foot. Yogi's choice. Two more breaths. Heading around for our wide leg fold. So left hand lowers, you bring your right toes with you so that we're on the long edge of our mat. Block under your face can help to find that halfway lift and lengthen. And then with the fold, just give yourself some space here just to integrate and absorb. You could hold your ankles. You could take your hands behind your back up to the sky. You could place the forearms down in front of you. Yogi's choice. But you're really tuning into the pinky toes. So you press them down. You feel the length of the sides of the legs all the way up to the sacrum, which is the keystone of that beautiful arch you've created with your legs. It's very powerful. It's a Kundalini seat in that sort of area. So you should just tune into all of that femininity, the watery realm. And then with your hands under your face, do a halfway lift, inhale, and then toe heel the heels in, then the toes, and then the heels. So just do it 3 times so you're starting to find a closer stance, bending into your knees, hands on the thighs, and start to peel up here. Cactus the arms, and then bring them as though they're coming to touch. Now, we've done this one before as well. Spinal breath 1. So it'll be a 2-part inhale to take the hands back as you fist the hands, and then 2-part exhale to return back in front of face, but they do not touch. Okay? Can you sit a little deeper? Can you breathe a little bit more? Five more. Receptivity pose. Hands in front of the thighs, lengthen the legs, integrate and absorb. Nice work. Let's continue on with spinal breath 2. So feet stay exactly where they are. Let's just bring our hands onto our thighs. Arms dangle towards the ground as you hinge forward. 2-part inhale to bring the fists in, hands into fists, elbows towards the hips. So there's 1 part there, and then the second part we stand up, reach up. And then it's the same 2-part exhale as we bring the elbows in towards the hips and the hands in the same position. And then the exhale, final one, is just like a big shh. So So these kriyas are designed to help transform, to move beyond these social norms that keep us small and do something that feels different, unusual, takes coordination, can be a little distracting, and maybe you want to give up. So just stay with me. Shh. 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 Ten more. Last 3. Receptivity pose. Tune into what's coming up. Tune into the quality of the rhythm and vibration of your body. Tune into the warmth. And then cultivate the strength from within. Flying warrior. Bend the knees, sweep the hands up, lift up, reach up, rise up. Warrior 2, back to the front of your mat. Flip it in reverse. Inhale. Windmill the hands down. Frame the front foot. Come onto a lunge position. Foot steps back. High plank. I'll meet you in down dog or vinyasa flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over toes. Downward facing dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. Super smoothly, lift the left leg up, reach it behind you, and then heel to butt step, left foot to the left thumb. Widen your stance in your runner's lunge and take a moment to prepare. Micro bend your back knee as you rise up into high crescent lunge. Feeling though the lift is coming from your low ribs, the back leg is powered up and the front heel grounds down. 4 breaths here. Hands on your hips to help pivot you into your warrior 2. So back foot parallel short edge of mat. Front foot tracks forward, knee over pinky toe. Then expand the hands out and arms out into our warrior 2. Let's close down our eyes as we focus forward through our eyelids and just take a few moments for a few breaths. And then let's prepare for Arjuna in a breath. Front hand, so we're creating a gesture of about to shake someone's hand. Hug the fingers in. Sweep the right arm forward. Draw the bow back. Hold it. And then the exhale breath. Determination. Strength from within. Cultivate it. Empower yourself. Release that bow. Flies off into the distance. Hands come to the heart. Take a breath. And then back to our warrior 2. Flip it and reverse. Keep the front knee bent. Left hand up to sky. Right hand slides down the back of the leg. Extended side angle. So left elbow lands on the thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Tune into that under thigh of the left leg, the one you're standing and firm in. That sense of the heel grounding. Long down the side body, all the way. Reverse our triangle, right hand on our thigh, slide it down our leg, left hand lifts up, reaches, gestures to the sky. So we're creating our triangle shape here, particularly with focus on the pelvic area. Left hand reaches forward, block or onto the shin, and the right hand peels up to the ceiling. Once again, sort of tune into the sensation of the mat under the soles of the feet. Really feel connected here. Nice work. 3 more breaths. And then we'll be heading around for our wide leg fold. So lower the right hand down. Bring your left toes with you. Shuffle the feet a little wider. Lift and lengthen. Crown head forward. Look forward. Big breath in. And then take your fold here. As you start to peel yourself up, big breath in, toe heel in, all the way until you're about normal hip width. And I'm going to challenge you to do something you would never normally do in a yoga class. I'm going to get you to stand here and prepare to run on the spot. And you can run like super, like, oh, what's he getting me to do? Or you can put some effort into this, right? Because actually we're back on our path, right? We're on a path, our journey here together. And this is our path. And guess what happens on our path? Our path is littered with obstacles. Those obstacles are out in front of us. Some of them are legitimate obstacles that need to be removed through discovery, determination, growing up, all those things, right? But there's other obstacles there, and many of them that have been placed there by ourselves, right? So let's get a little bit of pace up. And we're sort of running now, and I can see off in the horizon something's coming up. And guess what? Here it is. It's a roadblock. And we're going to have to step wide. We're going to have to bend into the knees. We're going to have to lift that obstacle up, and we're going to tip it behind us, throw it away. And then we're going to start running on our spot again, and we're going to start running again. And I want you, over the next 2 minutes, to run, to don't worry about where you are on the mat. But every time you come to an obstacle, step wide, firm in the feet, get it, lift it, throw it back, get it out of the way, get rid of it. We do not need it. And so you've got a few more moments now for yourself to find these obstacles. Gone. "30 more seconds. Let's get as many obstacles out of the way as we can. Two more obstacles at least, and make them big ones. Make them those things that really irritate you, that you do not need anymore. Last one. Now, with that in mind, let's cultivate the strength from within with our big beamer, big strong beamer. Left hand to right elbow, lift right leg and go ha, ha. Hands on thighs, ha, and make some noise. Ha, 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 ha. Use your voice. Find it. Cultivate that strength from within. Ha, 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 ha. Just had a ring fall off. Let's keep going. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, right, stand. Whew. We're not over yet. We're not over yet. The final one is Simha, the big, wild tigress that needs to roar. Step wide, arms up. Rah! 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 Ferocious face, claws through the sky. Rah! 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 10 more. Rah! 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 Soften it. Rah! Stand. Let's take a moment here. You've done something weird. You've done something unusual. And you think to yourself, what is that? What is those shifts and changes? Well, that's growth. That is movement in the direction of more. It is shifting away from all of those patterns, all of the behaviors, all of the things that we often regress back into by cultivating the strength from within. Let's reconnect with our Sankalpa now in our Lotus Mudra, hands at heart, and I'd like to give you these next 60 seconds to yourself. drift the hands down beside you. Come back to the top of your mat. And take the hands up overhead, inhale. And then sweep them back down, exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale, and step back to high plank. Would you like a vinyasa here just to sort of flush all that out? I'm going to take one. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Half pigeon right leg. So lift it, and then bring your right knee towards your right wrist and lower the right shin down. Peek over left shoulder and shimmy left leg back. For everyone, place something underneath your right hip, whether it's a block, a book, or a pillow. Because I want you to be elevated here and support your pelvis with the block. Come on to the finger pads and proud your chest as you look forward. Curl the toes of the right foot underneath you towards the shin and lengthen the left leg back. I'm going to hold this here for 5 breaths. Three more. And then I'm slowly lowering down onto our forearms. We're really going to integrate and absorb here. I'll come get you in a moment. Walk the hands back, remove the block from underneath you. Tuck the back toes, step the right foot back and find your down dog, and just take a moment just to be a witness. Notice the difference from side to side. And then left knee to left wrist. Peek over right shoulder, run leg long down the mat away from you. Block or prop underneath that left hip so that we've got that pelvic bowl sort of nurtured, lifted through the chest. Last 3 breaths. And we're slowly going to lower down onto our forearms. And I'll come get you in a moment. This time, as you remove the block from underneath the left hip, sit back on it and swing around to a comfortable cross leg. I won't end in Shavasana in these classes because it's very hard to hold your attention when you're at home via a video. So I'm going to bring us through some pranayama techniques now before we head into just a few moments of stillness. Extend the arms out in like a T shape and take a breath in through the nose. Sweep the right arm across your body as you fist the hand and draw it into your left armpit and exhale there. And then sweep the left hand across your body and block the right nostril as you inhale through the left nostril. I'm going to keep going really slow till we move a little bit quicker. Then extend the arms out without doing anything to the breath. And now the exhale is left hand, sweeps across the body into a fist, comes into the right armpit, and you've exhaled that whole way. And then the arm sweeps across the right arm, blocks left nostril, inhale through right. Hold the breath, extend the arms, exhale. Right arm into left armpit, sweep left hand across, block right nostril. Open up, no breath there, exhale. Left arm in and under right armpit, right finger to left nostril, inhale right nostril. Arms out, nothing changes, right arm to left, left arm to right. Good, now we move it a little quicker. So open up and hold, and then exhale. Open up, no breath, exhale. Open up, hold, exhale. Now I'm quite forceful with the arms because we're really trying to activate the lymph in our underarm. But you do you. Last 3. Hands on the knees. Just take a moment to cultivate some stillness now. There's be a witness here from the soles of your feet up to the crown of your head. How do you feel? Is there a sense of empowerment that we've cultivated from within? That true north compass point. And see, life is like dust, right? It falls on the lens gets cloudy. But what you need to clean is friction, effort, heat. It's like that thankless task when you clean glass with the wrong equipment and it just smudges and streaks and continues to be cloudy for you to view. Yet when you do your practice, when you get on your mat, when you cultivate your sadhana, you do your kriya, you do your pranayama, you do your vinyasa. And those friction creating practices polish that lens, clarifying the view, allowing you to shine. Once again, we'll bring our hands to Kamala Mudra at the heart space, drawing our chin towards our chest, and through your mind's eye, cultivate the sprouting, beautiful little sapling that's starting to grow. The roots down to rise up. Hands in Namaskar Mudra, so prayer position at the heart space. You're welcome to join in with an Om or let the sound reverberate around you. Inhale here for your Om. Thumbs to your third eye, chin to chest. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Bowing forward, acknowledging your practice, acknowledging each other, and thanking everyone for showing up through our program. Thanks very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you went.